Looking at our boma, you talked about the pillar of our house, and you said that it represents the plants in our rangelands. The pillar holds our whole boma together and keeps us well. Can we discuss this more?
Yes.
We say that plants are the pillar that holds our house together. It is the same for our rangelands. If we don't have plenty of large and healthy plants, like our grass, then our rangelands will collapse and we will all suffer.
So, what are plants?
Plants are everything from grass to bushes to the biggest trees to the skooma that we sometimes grow.
That's right. But there's more to a plant than meets the eye. A plant is not just what we see above the soil. There are other parts of the plant that are very important, like the roots, but we don't see them because they are below the ground.
Why don't we go through each part of the plant and discuss what each part does and why it is important for our rangelands and us?
Well, an obvious part of the plant are its leaves, isn't it? But aren't leaves just food for our livestock?
Look here, I've got a plant. The roots collect the food and water from the ground to feed the plant so it can grow. The stem is what carries the food up to the leaves. The leaves collect energy from the sun and give it to the roots to carry on growing the plant. You see, the sun, the rain, and the soil are what feeds the plant. The bigger the leaves, the more sun rays it can catch to make energy for the plant. Big and healthy leaves also give shade to the soil. In the same way we like to stand under a tree so we don't sweat too much, the soils also enjoy the shades of a leaf. With shade, soil can store more water for longer and our earth does not get as dry and barren.
Wow, that is pretty interesting. If the leaves do all that work, why are the roots so important? We can't even see them.
It sounds like the roots are just as important for the plants as the leaves.
And also, the big roots can get from the soil healthy food that will help a plant grow strong. The deeper and stronger the roots, the better it can get water and food for the entire plant.
And also, healthy roots keep the plant stable, so that when there's a strong wind, the plant will not be blown away and heavy rain will not wash the plant away.
Wow, I never thought of that.
Isn't that great? Now, let's talk about why letting our goats and livestock eat all the plants down to the roots is dangerous for our plants, our livestock, and our rangelands that we depend on.
Wait, aren't we forgetting something?
The seeds. That is typical of you men. The seeds are the plant's baby.
Sorry. So sorry. How could I forget? My friends, as you know, the seeds are the future of our plants and animals. Without seeds, we will have no new grass and plants. When it rains, seeds develop and grow into new grass and plants. So if you overgraze the grass so much that the roots are damaged, the plants will never grow again. So, if you don't allow the grass to grow up again and produce new seeds, you will not get any new grass to feed your goats, sheep, and cattle.
So, what's really important is to not graze your grass again before it has produced new seeds.
If we are letting our goats and cows eat all the plants everywhere, even down to the roots, how can they recover? Once the roots are gone, the plant cannot find any water. They cannot grow strong and they cannot make new seeds.
Mama, I understand that. But how can we just let our plants rest all the time? We will end up starving our livestock. Even me with my few goats.
That is a very good question. Don't worry, your livestock do not have to starve. We must let our livestock eat and grow. This is important for us as a community. We need to put all our livestock together and let them graze in one area at a time. This will give the plants time to recover and grow in other areas where they are not eating. When our livestock have eaten enough plants in one area, we move them to the next.
Of course, the livestock are not clever enough to know when to stop eating a plant and to let it grow easily again. So it is our job as herders and elders to protect the plants so they can grow, produce seed and give us new plants.
Some of us have sheep and goats just grazing around by our bomas. We have to make sure that this grass is not overgrazed. We need to include the sheep and goats in the livestock rotation.
What about the way we use our trees for firewood? Can we do this better?
We need to plan better how many trees we cut. We need to make sure we also plant trees and let them grow. If we all cut branches and trunks endlessly without letting new trees grow, there will be nothing left for our children. Remember that plants also clean the air we breathe. They take in dirty air and push out clean, healthy air for us to breathe. We need them to thrive.
These are harsh but honest words. It is now clear that we are not treating our plants well. We are pushing them to death, and because of this, our livestock and our people suffer. The plants should be treated like our children. It's the only way that we and our children and our grandchildren are able to live well.
So, can we agree that we must only graze the cattle on the grass when it has seeded and allowed new grass to grow?